everybody. It's been a while since I've been on here and hopped on and told you guys hello, so I figured I would, and I'm cooking dinner and kind of in the middle of prepping everything, so I thought I would come on and talk some products with you guys and see what you guys have been up to and let you know I'm back from California. I'm peeling, I look like a reptilian animal almost. But really, I just wanted to share a favorite recipe of mine that I do at my shows, and it's super easy. So a lot of you guys have, of course, had hamburger helper in your life, and we all know that it's really not the best thing for you. So this is kind of what I call an adult hamburger helper. It's fun. It's got a lot of really good ingredients. It's got some veggies thrown in there, so you know it's got to be good for you if it's got green stuff in it, right? So let me know you're joining me. Let me know if you're cooking dinner. Hey, Miss Sue. If you're cooking dinner, tell me what you guys are having tonight for dinner. So this one it's called cheeseburger meatballs with pasta. So I'll kind of walk you through what I've already done. Hey, Miss Pam. Let me walk you through what I've already done. So we've got one head of broccoli that we just kind of trimmed down, cut off of the stalk and down into florets. Over here in the Multipot, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute, we're going to go ahead and get some pasta cooking down in the bottom of it. So we're going to steam the broccoli in the top, and we're going to cook the pasta in the bottom. So let me turn my heat on. And instead of using water, I'm just using chicken stock. Of course, if you're vegetarian, you could use veggie stock if you want to. But you want around 4 cups, okay? So enough liquid basically that you're going to be able to cover the pasta up. Hi Tara, hey Miss Tammy. So we're just going to go ahead and pour this in here. Throw that in the trash. And then we have farfalle noodles, so bow ties. Farfalle is the fancy name for it. But of course you can use, whatever your shape of pasta is. We love bow ties in this house. They're fun. Another reason I like them is because they hold the sauce for whatever you're, whatever kind of pasta you're doing. They're going to hold the sauce because they're bigger. They're not flat, so it doesn't just slide off of them like a spaghetti noodle. The sauce really doesn't sting or stick too much to it. So we're going to dump our pasta down into Multipot. Okay, so we got our Multipot, we've got the chicken stock, and we've got our farfalle noodles in there now. So I'm gonna put you guys up here so I can show you our insert that fits into the Multipot, because this is really what makes this pot pretty special. So of course it's a huge pot, okay? I believe it's an 8-quart or 9-quart pot. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm still in vacation mode partly. But what I love about it is this piece right here, okay? So this piece is sold separately, or you can get it with the actual cookware piece. So you can get it in the 3-piece set or by itself. And so what I love is that this will be your strainer, okay? When you open up the full way, you guys see how deep that is. So basically when you're using it as a part of the Multipot, it just sits down in here. If you were just cooking pasta, you could dump the pasta down inside of this piece, pour the liquid down in the bottom, it's going to sit down in there, and then when your pasta's done, you can just pull it out to strain it, okay? So it's a win-win because it's built-in straining. So tonight I'm not using it as a strainer, I'm actually going to use it as a steamer. And so all you do is kind of tuck up the levels, and so now you've got a steamer basket. So you guys see how much thinner that got, okay? So we're going to steam our broccoli in this, okay? But I'm going to show you there's 2 more ways that you can use this. So if you bring it up 1 more level, okay? So like this, so you've got 1 single level. Now you've got to boil over no more. So now if you were making that pot of pasta, or let's say a potato soup or something that's really starchy where you're going to have a lot of bubbles, you sit this on top of your pot and now you're not going to boil over, okay? So then there's 1 more way after that you can actually use it. If you have a hot pot, you can sit this down on your countertop and you can put your hot pot down on top of this and use it as a trivet, okay, for your pot. So this one piece, I think it's like 40 or 45 bucks, totally worth the 40 or 45 bucks. Dishwasher safe on the top rack, made of silicone, so it's gonna last forever. It's heat resistant, so, pretty special tool. So like I said, we're going to use this as a steamer basket. So we have our pasta that's going to be cooking down the bottom. We're going to sit this on top. We're going to put our broccoli down in to the steamer basket. So while our pasta is starting to come up to a boil, one jumped out. Let me rinse him off real quick. So we have our broccoli up at the top, the pasta's cooking down at the bottom. The lid's gonna go on, okay? So the lid is another special feature, okay? So you guys see these little side pieces here. So this actually locks down in place so steam doesn't escape when you have the insert piece in. So you just need to make sure that if you purchase this one that you turn your steamer insert so it's not handle on handle. You want it kind of cattywampus, as my husband would say. And then you want to put your lid on so these pieces match up with the indentations in the handle. So the other thing I like though is this is built so that this handle, let's say you needed to add something in here, when you're cooking you have all kinds of condensation that builds up on your lid. And so when you put it up like this, like it's meant to be, it just drains back into your pot instead of going all over your stovetop or all over your counter. So we're just going to let this do its thing. So we have 8 ounces of cheddar cheese that's already grated with our coarse grater. Okay, so that's going to be kind of our add-ins later. We have 8 ounces of chive and onion cream cheese spread. Okay, and then we have one more thing that's baking in the oven. So I'm going to pull those out for you guys so you can see those. And then I'll tell you how to throw this all together. So I have, in our stainless 12-inch skillet, I have meatballs that I made ahead of time, okay? So it's 12 ounces of ground beef, 1 small onion finely diced, some salt and pepper, and then I use sweet basil rub inside of them, okay? So then you can just kind of get your pan nice and hot, form all your meatballs. I love using the large scoop so that they're all even in size and then they bake evenly, of course. So then get your pan hot, add your meatballs in there, okay, sear them on all sides, and then put them into a 375-degree oven for right around 12 to 15 minutes, depending on your oven, and then they're done. Set them off to the side, let them rest. And what I like about these is, you know, if you're a meal planner, you could make a double batch of those and freeze them after they're done, and then you've got meatballs for another day, another recipe. So there's my meal planning tip for you guys for today. So to put this all together, because I'm not going to stay on very long, I have to go pick up my little guy from his field trip, so I'm super excited about that. So to put this all together, once the pasta is cooked in the multi-pot and the broccoli is nice and steamed, we'll take our salad choppers and we'll just chop up the broccoli that's up here in the basket, throw it down in the bottom. We'll throw half of our shredded cheddar cheese in. We'll throw our cream and chive, cream cheese mixture. And then let me grab my last ingredient because I forgot to get it out. And then you want to add in a tablespoon of herb and onion slow cooker seasoning. Hopefully you guys can see that. Into there. Get that nice and stirred around. Add your meatballs in. And then I just pour it into my big large stone serving bowl. And then I top with the rest of the cheese and then bake it for about 10 minutes if you have time. And if you don't bake it. No big deal, right? The cheese is just going to melt. The pasta's already hot. So I hope you guys take this recipe and use it for your families. I know some of you guys that are hopping on now. Heather, we made this at your party. It's super, super delicious, isn't it? It's one of my favorite recipes to show people at my shows because it's super quick and easy. It's really like, 7 ingredients. So it's most of the time it's things that we already have in our kitchen. So it's not a big fuss. There's no fuss in it. So if you guys have any questions or you want me to post the recipe, just comment below and I'll be glad to add the recipe down in the bottom. But I hope you guys have a great day. I'm so glad to be back from California. You can hear I still don't have my voice back 100%, which my husband's probably thanking God for because, it's nice when I'm quiet. He's shaking his head. Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much again for always supporting me. We really appreciate your business, your steady business to our family, because it really does keep us going. Without you guys, there's no way that we would have been able to go on that fabulous trip that we just went on last week, not last year. Oh my gosh. And it's all because of you guys. So love each and every one of you guys.